ਬਰਲਿੰਗਟਨ 'ਚ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਫ੍ਰਾਂਕੋਇਸ ਨੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਮਾਡੂਲਰ ਰਿਐਕਟਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਰਥਨ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ $27.2 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਦੇ ਨਿਵੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਫੰਡ ਵੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਹਾਊਸ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰਿਕ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਮਾਈਕਰੋ ਰਿਐਕਟਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਸਮਰਥਨ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਕਰੀਨਾ ਗੋਲਡ ਤੇ ਵੈਸਟਿੰਗ ਹਾਊਸ ਇਲੈਕਟ੍ਰਿਕ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਰਹੇ।
So I'm really delighted to announce, and I want to give the credit to Minister Gold, to Pam Damorf, us together, that allows us today to say that we are going to be investing more than $27 million to support Westinghouse to advance their eVinci SMR technology in Canada. And for those who are expert, but those watching at home, the eVinci is basically a nuclear reactor that you put in a container. So if you think about transportability, if you think about, in a way, plug and play, that it's easy to use and it's safe to use and it's reliable and responsible, that looks like the technology of the future. So it's obviously good news for the 200 workers of Westinghouse. It's certainly good news for Burlington and the Alton region. And I would think it's really good news for all these remote communities in Canada who are looking to move out of diesel. So I think many of you have seen that over the last 2 years at least, we've been presented with two existential challenges. I mean, one is COVID-19, and I think that science, technology, and innovation has demonstrated already that we can find breakthrough solution for humanity. We've seen it with a COVID vaccine, and we've been able, with my colleagues, to make sure, and with our government and the Prime Minister, to ensure the health and safety of Canadians. But if I look beyond that, there's another big existential threat to our nation and to humanity, which is climate change. And there again, I think science, technology, and innovation will provide the breakthrough solution. And why I'm so happy to be with you and so many distinguished guests which are with us is that we realize that what we're talking about here this morning has the potential to be one of these breakthrough solutions that the world is needing, not only for Canada in remote locations as we're trying to green supply chain, but I think to the world, and that's really where Canada can play a place. And you have seen that not only we want to ensure greener future to our children, but my ambition as Minister of Industry is that we lead in the green industrial transformation, not only here in Canada, but around the world. And with technologies like the one we're doing here, we have the potential to do that. And everyone knows, and I was reminded with Mr. Gould, the CANDU reactor. I used to go in Korea and South Korea in my previous life before politics, and Canada was known for the CANDU reactor. So we have that reputation of reliability, of quality, of responsible use of nuclear energy. And I know we were together in Paris to celebrate that. So it's great to be here. Canada became the second country ever to produce nuclear power. And that really struck me, that there's not that many things that we can say as Canada have the badge of honor that we were the second in the world, but in fact we were the second to produce nuclear power. So this began a lasting legacy of excellence in our country that we can build upon. And what I'm so inspired, and I want to thank the management team and Peter, who was so proud to introduce us the next generation of people who are going to continue that great tradition, because everything we do is about talent, and it's about the people. We all know that building a factory is somewhat easy these days, but to get the talent, to get the people, to get them interested in nuclear technology in the future is quite something. The second thing I would say from our capabilities have come from mining uranium to R&D at Chalk River and Pointe-le-Pro, to building reactors and to managing waste and more. Canada is a world leader in nuclear technology, and Pam has often talked about the isotopes, which I'll talk in a moment. But we have a lot of experience in nuclear technology, so when I think about what we can do in our country, but beyond, we are really credible around the world. And we have been known, and I mentioned that before, for the export of CANDU reactor. Those of us who are a bit older would remember that CANDU was really something that people look, and the radioisotopes which have been used for cancer therapy. And I know Pam and the colleagues have talked about a project in the region. And finally, did you know